Am I the asshole for not caring that my son's feelings are hurt and not consoling him? I'm a 34-year-old male, married to my wife, a 32-year-old female. For just over 2 years, we've been together for 6 years and have a great life together. My wife has a 13-year-old son from a previous relationship who lives with us, and I've been in his life since he was 8. I have had dreadlocks for the past 15 years, and naturally, my son wanted to emulate me by getting locks of his own, which he's had for 5 years. Although I strive to be a good father, my son is very spoiled. Whenever I try to instill some discipline, I face resistance from him, his mother, and his grandparents. As a result, I've resigned myself to giving him what he wants, figuring there's no point in trying to discipline him if no one else supports it. He's not a disrespectful child, but he's not as respectful as he could be, and is very spoiled. Recently, some kids at his school have been bullying him about his hair, trying to convince him to cut it. His grandfather had already told him not to let the kids bully him into cutting his hair. One day, while we were around some of his friends, he expressed a desire to cut his locks. I reminded him of his grandfather's words and told him he couldn't cut it. In front of his friends, he called his grandmother, asked if he could cut his hair, and she said yes. He then looked at me and said, "I bet I cut my hair." I responded that we had spent too much money on his hair, and he shouldn't let anyone bully him into cutting it. A week later, my wife asked me again if our son could cut his hair. Frustrated, I said it was his hair and he could do whatever he wanted, but reminded her that his grandfather had said no. Ultimately, he got his hair cut. As you can guess, he now regrets it and wants to reattach his locks. My wife told me about his frustration, but I feel no sympathy because I warned him he wouldn't like it, yet he did it anyway. Here's why I think I might be the My wife expressed that I need to be more comforting to him and sensitive to his feelings, because this is a hard lesson for him. I responded by saying that I told him it is just hair and it will grow back, but I am not consoling him or having any pity or sympathy towards him because of the disrespect I received when he chose to call his grandmother in front of me and attempt to shame me in front of his friends. For this, I will not console a 13-year-old who had no respect for me. I don't care that his feelings are hurt because I warned him, and in the end, he got exactly what he wanted. It's not my fault he doesn't like it. I tried to warn him, and now he has to deal with the consequences. She is upset because I don't have more sympathy for him.